Okinawa is one of the healthiest islands in the world. It's home to more than 400 people who are over the age of 100 and ranked number one in the number of centenarians in the world. Not only do they live long lives, they live very healthy and happy ones too. Those who lived above 90 are free from any disease, illness, and even cancer. They suffer only a fraction of diseases that kill Americans, a fifth the rate of cardiovascular disease, a fifth the rate of breast and prostate cancer, and less than half the rate of dementia seen among similarly aged Americans. Even scientists and researchers were amazed by the longevity of the Okinawans, and for years, they seek to uncover the Okinawan secrets that set them apart from Americans. Could it simply be a matter of good genes? Certainly, genetics are a consideration. But the first generations of Okinawans who migrated to other parts of the world do not live as long as their parents. So the centenarians' long lives must be earned some other ways. Some diet books attribute it to the amount of soy Okinawans consume in a day. However, Americans eat plenty of soy. Retail sales of soy products in the United States now exceed $4 billion per year. And yet, 1 in 8 U.S. women will develop breast cancer over the course of their lifetime. What about exercises? You may occasionally find some Okinawans working in their vegetable gardens or simply walking to a friend's house, but you won't see them hitting the gym. So exercising isn't the key to their healthy and long life. When the scientists first studied the Okinawans, they went round in circles trying to uncover the winning element. They tried to replicate what these centenarians eat, do, and practice every day, and they almost couldn't find any clues that contribute to their great longevity. It was by some clever detective work that allowed the researchers based at the University of Chicago to discover the nutrient that is responsible to boost the body's defenses against cancer. It turns out that the Okinawans who lived over 90 have plenty of this nutrient. When you're short of this nutrient, your immune system weakens, you age faster, become vulnerable to cancer, and die sooner. It's as simple as that. The good news is, this nutrient comes from some of the foods that you have been throwing into the trash. But before I reveal what this nutrient is, it's important that you understand how it affects your immune system. Hi, I'm Laura Lindsay, and this is how a super immune cell looks like. It's a big cell surrounded by other full, round blood cells. As a super immune cell, it moves around the rest of the cells to search for any intruder cells. Whenever they spot any intruder or cancer cells, they go after the intruder. The intruder can try to run by squeezing between the other cells, but the super immune cell continues to relentlessly hunt them down. Eventually, when the intruder slows down or let down their defenses, the immune cell seizes the opportunity and gobbles it up. These super immune cells are the type of soldiers you'll need to fight against bacteria, viruses, diseases, and even cancer cells. Most people who are suffering from debilitating diseases, illnesses, and even cancer have dying immune cells that can no longer do their job in protecting the body against foreign intruders. The good news is, with the help of a specific nutrient I will be sharing with you in just a bit, their immune cells can rejuvenate and regenerate to be able to defend their bodies from getting sick. Again, my name is Laura Lindsay. I'm the Chief Nutritionist of Holistic Labs. In this special video episode, I'll share this secret with you and how you can use this secret to living the rest of your life free from disease, illness, or infection. Even the most severe and incurable ones that doctors have turned their back on, and become completely disease-free for the rest of your life. And yes, I mean it when I say any illness, infection, or disease. Believe it or not, the information in this presentation may be the answer to achieving limitless health and curing all disease, and the number one cause of death and disease, and why you must avoid this at all costs. Note, this is a mistake even medical practitioners make, and it can ruin your chances of a complete healing. I may be forced to by the powers that be to take this presentation down. So if you come back tomorrow and this presentation is no longer free, don't say I didn't warn you. So watch this right now while you still can. Remember, I'm about to share a health secret that has been proven to cure, if not provide desperately needed relief to any and all disease, illness, or ailment and prevent them from returning. In fact, even though this might sound impossible now, after you watch this video and do what it says, like thousands of deeply grateful people have before you, your doctor, friends, and family will be shocked at the staggering recovery your body goes through almost overnight. How suddenly even tumors and cancer cells can begin to melt away. How people with asthma can suddenly feel like they are taking the first deep breath in decades. How clogged and hardened arteries suddenly become as smooth as Teflon and as healthy as an athlete's. How diabetes sufferers are able to naturally lower their soaring blood sugar and even increase their insulin levels. And that's just to name a few incredible results. I'm going to teach you the secret in just a second. But before I do, I need to talk about the big medical lie that's keeping you, your family, or dear friend from being free from needless suffering now. I think you'll see why I feel a duty to share it with you. It can mean the difference between the life and death of someone you love, so brace yourself and stay with me. What's the big lie that's keeping you from healing virtually any disease or illness without the horrible and even devastating side effects? The big lie is that a solution for the most devastating, life-altering, and fatal diseases today can only be treated with medical drugs and surgery, and that any natural solution doesn't exist. As I'm going to prove to you in just a minute, a natural, inexpensive, non-chemical, and non-toxic solution does in fact exist. The truth is your body already has the amazing power to defend, neutralize, and flush out any harmful germs, virus, bacteria, or dysfunction. But not only that, anyone can unleash this powerful healing mechanism for themselves, naturally and easily, which is what your body already wants to do. If you just knew how. I know this sounds hard to believe, so let me let you in on some secrets doctors don't want you to know. If you're like most folks I've helped over the years, every illness you've ever been through has probably followed a variation of this really depressing timeline. When you were younger, you would maybe get a cold or even the flu, but you would recover like it was nothing. You were invincible. You had all this great energy and you never gave it a second thought. Then you got older and started noticing more aches and pains. Maybe you developed arthritis, or you noticed more people you knew developing cancer, or even dying from cancer. You start seeing peers and colleagues developing blood sugar problems or diabetes. And when you or the people you love go to the doctor to get help, it seems the only solution is to take one drug or another. And when you learn about the side effects of those drugs and the high cost of medication, you wonder what is worse, getting medical attention or being broken on medication. Suddenly, it's like all your options for a healthy and vibrant life are gone. You either live with it or live in fear of it getting worse. I've talked to dozens of clients about this, and over again, we hit the same pattern. As soon as you reach a certain age, it's like a switch goes off in your body. It suddenly starts to take longer to recover. And really well-meaning people suddenly get repeatedly told, eat more vegetables or exercise more. Or, you need to lose weight. Really? Really? Or maybe you hear, we need to start you on this medication. Or we need to schedule you for surgery. Or even worse, to hear these bone-chilling words, I'm sorry, there is no cure. The medical hamster wheel is a horrible place where you are put on one medication after another. But only after your body has built a resistance to the previous medication and it doesn't work anymore, or because the side effects become unbearable. I don't know if that sounds familiar to you, but if it does, believe me, you certainly aren't alone. Most adults today are trapped in that same hamster wheel. So the big question you probably asked yourself again and again while you or someone you love is slowly suffering in pain, or as you struggle with costly seasonal ailments that make life miserable is, isn't there a better way? Why does it seem that every medical solution just manages your illness rather than curing it, while the mere mention of a full complete cure is scoffed at, even though we have the most advanced technology in history? And then there's the even bigger question. Why do some people, and even entire cultures, seem to be immune and completely free from fatal diseases we are dying from today? Diseases like heart disease, stroke, cancer, diabetes, clogged arteries, AIDS, arthritis, emphysema, Alzheimer's, depression are virtually non-existent in those cultures. They seem to live full, energetic, and even athletic lives, even into their 70s, while the rest of us feel like we lost a genetic lottery. After years of research and studying thousands of medical case studies, I discovered something that, once you accept it, will allow you to reverse any illness and disease-proof your body. What's the big discovery? Okay, this is going to sound crazy to you. It certainly sounded crazy to me when I was going through the hundreds of case studies, and it still seemed crazy when I personally saw it naturally reverse illnesses doctors knew couldn't be cured or even be helped, and did it without toxic drugs. The reason why some people and cultures manage to live their entire lives without debilitating illnesses, while so many others don't, has nothing to do with how healthy they eat, how much exercise they get, or their genes. And it certainly doesn't have anything to do with the level of medical technology they had. Almost all medical case studies I read reveal that the reason why these people were disease-free was because of one particular food, a substance the rest of us have barely heard about. What's the secret food? It's a completely natural substance called beta-glucan. Now you're probably asking, what the heck is beta-glucan? Beta-glucans are some of the most powerful healing substances known to man. They are nutrients found in several different kinds of foods. But of all the foods they are found in, the greatest concentration of beta-glucan is found in the roots of mushrooms. All mushrooms actually have thousands of tiny thread-like roots underneath that grow into the ground or into whatever the mushroom is growing on. Those roots, called mycelium, are actually what have the strongest and the greatest amount of beta-glucans on Earth. The sad part is that they are usually cut off and thrown away before the mushrooms ever get to the grocery store. Beta-glucan is so powerful that 3 of the most important drugs ever made were derived from beta-glucan. First is penicillin, one of the most prescribed antibiotics in the world. Thanks to penicillin, death rates are 5% what they were in the 1900s. The other drug is cyclosporin. It's a drug used in organ transplants, and it's used to treat diabetes and severe hives. Third is Crestin. Crestin was the #1 anti-cancer therapy in the world. But what most people don't know is that each of these medications were created to copy beta-glucans. How does beta-glucan work? What is it that makes them turn your immune system into an almost superhuman disease-fighting machine? Beta-glucans make the body believe it is being invaded by harmful bacteria. And when the immune system believes it is under attack, it goes into such a state of high alert that your body kills the bacteria and eliminates it from your body. Here's an example. One of the first experiments with beta-glucan occurred in 1975. Dr. Peter Mansell of the National Cancer Institute wanted to see if beta-glucans could help treat a dangerous form of skin cancer. Dr. Mansell gave beta-glucan to 9 people with skin cancer. He was shocked to find that the cancer was reduced in 5 days. And, for some people, the cancer was completely healed. Another test of beta-glucan's healing power was done on fish. In the 1980s, the Norwegian salmon industry was devastated by bacterial infections that killed the fish like the Black Plague. The salmon were fed antibiotics, but the bacteria began to resist antibiotics. So Dr. Jan Ra from the University of Norway decided to try something different. He fed beta-glucans to the fish, and the fish's infections disappeared. Not only that, over the past 20 years, the number of scientific studies on beta-glucans has been growing because of the sheer power of their results. Those are just a few of the studies that have been documented that show the staggering power of beta-glucans. The list of published studies goes on and on. If I listed every clinical study done with this powerful healing substance, we'd be here for days. There are hundreds of studies we could cite. Documented published studies that have shown irrefutable proof of beta-glucan's track record of helping, slowing down, or reversing the most life-altering illnesses of today. Yes, study after study have shown that beta-glucans have either dramatically reduced these conditions or reversed them completely. But not just that. Beta-glucans have also been proven to block and stop the growth of HIV and AIDS. So yes, it is also one of the most powerful antiviral substances today. Think of beta-glucans this way. It enters your body and like a heat-seeking missile travels through your body, finds disease and infection, kills them, and pulls them out of your body. Beta-glucans stimulate white blood cell production, which turns your immune system into a powerhouse. ready and equipped to destroy any enemy, harmful germ, virus, or bacteria once it enters your body. Find, isolate, and break down man-made chemicals, poisons, and other toxins that have entered your body. Increase the supply of antioxidants in your body so you can slow down the aging process. And prevent the breakdown of collagen, which melts wrinkles off your skin and keeps it as firm and toned as a child. Destroy all forms of cancer cells by increasing the production of something called interferon. Remember, the beta-glucans we have studied have been proven to fight cancer cells and the HIV virus and stop them from multiplying. I think you get the idea. It is practically the holy grail as far as healing is concerned. It's no wonder many doctors are now calling beta-glucans the most important wellness discovery of our time. Many even say taking beta-glucans daily is more important than vitamins, as it not only gives you a supercharged natural energy, focus, and stamina, but when your immune system is supercharged with beta-glucans, you can remain immune from disease and illness. And also, as I mentioned earlier, 3 of the most widely used drugs in history were created from mushroom roots: penicillin, crestin, and cyclosporin. But that's not all. Lintinin is the 3rd most widely prescribed anti-cancer drug in the world. And it's made from the beta-glucans extracted from a mushroom root as well. So this begs the question, if beta-glucans are so powerful, why don't we hear about it? Why isn't it used and prescribed every day? Why aren't these mushrooms grown and harvested here and in every part of the world? Why aren't beta-glucans in its natural form a part of our everyday lives if it is such a powerful healing substance? The answer is simple. It is not nearly as profitable. There is a very good reason why the powers that be are trying so hard to direct you away from using a readily natural, available form of therapy that has none of the destructive and debilitating side effects that modern drugs have. What would happen to large for-profit hospitals, drug companies, and insurance companies if a simple and inexpensive cure was discovered for the list of ailments ranging from AIDS and the Big C to the common cold? How many drug makers and insurance companies would lose their profits if millions of people just stopped getting sick? Or even better, were suddenly cured of most disease? Do you think for 1 second that this industry really want that? No, they want new expensive and prolonged treatments to be developed. Cures kill repeat business, and where is the profit in that? What about the media outlets that get billions of dollars in ad revenues? Especially since the deregulation that has allowed direct-to-consumer advertising of prescription medications, with that long list of horrific side effects whispered at the end of each ad. What about the politicians that pass such deregulations? Do you think that they want to lose their wealthy donors? Donors like the big pharma lobbyists who put them in office? No one in the medical establishment has any financial incentive to cure you. This doesn't mean the individual doctors are evil, greedy people. After all, there are many doctors fighting the good fight to find natural, alternative methods to today's health crises and epidemics. It just means the system is flawed. You see, the system itself is a disease, a cancer, and it is feeding off our illness. Its only incentive is to keep you ill so testing, treatment, and profits can continue forever. Even though people the world over have been helped and yes, even cured by beta-glucans. Now this next fact is important for you to know. It is another reason why natural approaches to healing are so important to me and my team. This fact may be hard to hear, so please be warned. But don't worry, you have a solution at the end of this. When we do get sick, or worse, when someone gets a life-threatening illness like cancer, the current medical solution is to immediately use a drug. But you see, when a drug or any form of medical treatment like radiation or surgery is used, it can kill the harmful invader that is making you sick, but it does not, I repeat, it does not heal the cells. Like a nuclear bomb, it obliterates all the harmful bacteria, viruses, or germs in one blast. But it also kills healthy cells together with the bacteria, germ, or virus. Imagine the military trying to take out Osama bin Laden by igniting a nuclear warhead on top of his compound. Yes, they would have killed him, but it would have burned the entire city to ashes and killed all the innocent people as well. That is what current treatment is like. That's what happens in your body when foreign, non-natural chemicals, radiation, or even chemotherapy is used to kill a disease-causing organism in your body. It destroys healthy cells as well. That is why people experience such crazy side effects from so many of the medical treatments today. Some recovery patients we hear from even say some of the side effects are worse than the illness. You know, those commercials on TV with that long list of side effects, or the black box warnings? Vomiting, diarrhea, nausea, heart palpitations, rectal bleeding, impaired coordination, sexual dysfunction, blurred vision, depression. Those side effects are the death of healthy cells. The truth behind curing any illness has been and will always be by strengthening your body's own immune system. Our own immune systems are more sophisticated than we could ever imagine. It already has every conceivable way to kill, neutralize, and flush out any harmful bacteria, virus, or toxin from your body, while strengthening healthy cells at the same time. So how do you get the beta-glucans you need to actually do that? Great question. Now here's the real answer. To use beta-glucans to heal without those nasty side effects, the beta-glucans need to pass 3 tests. Remember, going to the supermarket and buying a bunch of mushrooms won't work, because the beta-glucans are contained in the mushroom root, also called the mycelium, not in the part of the mushroom we see in stores. And to get that mycelium from the ground runs the risk of containing toxic chemicals like pesticides and herbicides. And that does the exact opposite of what we're trying to accomplish. That means that the beta-glucans needed to come from mushroom root that were organically grown and sterilized after harvesting. That's test number 1. Now, it's a known fact that consuming mycelium can cause stomach discomfort. It is very potent stuff, and it is common to get cramps or have you running to the bathroom every 15 minutes. So it had to be in a capsule form. So we had to use mycelium farms that grew mycelium organically, sterilized them after harvesting, and extracted the beta-glucans into a capsule form. That's test number 2. Lastly, we found that different types of mushrooms produce different strains of beta-glucans in different concentrations. For example, the agaricus blazei root has 100 times more beta-glucans than the root of the common white button mushroom. And the agaricus blazei roots has healing properties that are different from another powerhouse mushroom root called maitake. In fact, each of the various mushrooms we use has something unique about what they healed. Like the superheroes we grew up with, each mushroom had a unique superpower. In fact, Dr. Georges M. Halpern, who in his book Healing Mushrooms recommends that everyone should take a mushroom supplement, also says, the idea is to cover as many bases as possible in a single formula. Reishi, cordyceps, and other medicinal mushrooms each offer different health benefits, and other unique active substances in the different mushrooms trigger unique receptors of the immune system or target receptors on microbes or malignant cells. The idea is to feed the body a lot of different active substances derived from unique mushroom sources to lift the immune system relatively quickly. Needless to say, the optimum solution was to get a variety of the most potent beta-glucans into the body at the same time. So that is test number 3. Unfortunately, as more people are becoming aware of the effectiveness of beta-glucans, many fly-by-night companies have sprouted up selling low-quality formulations and mushroom extracts that don't pass the 3 tests I just listed. They were too weak to show any effect. And in some cases, they had no mushroom root extract in them at all. In one case, the Hong Kong Polytechnic University had analyzed some specimens of mushroom extract capsules, and they were shocked to find that they contained nothing but rice flour, and other samples which contained nothing but nutmeg. We took a different approach. My team of researchers spent 24 months analyzing hundreds of different sources of the highest quality and the most potent sources of mushroom root extracts. We studied hundreds of studies and reports put together by respected institutes such as Harvard Medical School, the Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine, the National Cancer Center, the American Society for Microbiology, and many more, to assemble the perfect kinds of mushroom root to create the most effective formulation of beta-glucans possible. Our goal was to develop the most powerful beta-glucan solution ever created, one that would quickly and efficiently let our bodies absorb beta-glucans and allow it to turn your immune system into an elite disease-fighting SWAT team. Over 100 different combinations of mushroom root strands were combined and tested before we found a winning formula, a groundbreaking formula we call mycoultra. mycoultra contains 8 unique sources of beta-glucans and are also the most potent and highest quality sources we could find. Out of 14,000 known mushrooms on planet Earth, only a dozen have the greatest concentration of beta-glucans. Of those dozen, we found 8 of the most beta-glucans-rich mushrooms whose strains of beta-glucans work synergistically with each other to create an immune-boosting strength that is far greater than any one of them could ever do on its own. Because mycoultra contains 8 of the highest potency beta-glucan strains in a proven formula that we've tested for maximum effectiveness, it works fast, allowing you to feel the benefits within a matter of days, not weeks or months. And to be frank with you, this almost bankrupted us. If we followed the same methods that fly-by-night companies used, we would simply buy low-quality extracts from foreign manufacturers, stick a slick glossy label on it, and make much more money. If we followed the medical model, we'd pay chemists to turn these beta-glucans into a synthetic drug that is cheaper to produce, but comes with a list of toxic side effects as well. You see, to find the original source of these mushroom roots, to harvest them, extract each form of beta-glucans in a way to preserve its highest potency is extremely expensive. But when we heard stories you are about to hear, we knew it was worth it. My partner has HIV. Much to our surprise and delight, within 30 days of taking this, my partner also began to feel much more energetic, and his appetite increased as well. He is looking and feeling much healthier and is finally starting to gain weight and muscle tone, which is very difficult for someone with HIV. After over 4 months of taking the mushroom supplement, my partner just got his blood work done and discovered that his T cells, which have been hovering between 0 and 200 for the last 10 years, are now over 400. This would seem to confirm that this is not just a placebo. He is still feeling great and is continuing to gain muscle mass due to the fact that all the extra energy he has had lately prompted him to start working out regularly again. We are both very pleased with these results, obviously, and can only attribute it to the mushrooms, since that is the only thing that has changed in his regimen for the last 10 years. David. Oh my gosh, still in utter shock and disbelief about what this product has done for me, having desperately needed to take an inhaled steroid twice a day every single day, been on many, the latest being Symbicort, to breathe at least somewhat normally due to uncontrolled asthma and COPD for the past many years. My one desire and prayer was to find something natural that would restore my ability to breathe without the use of a steroid of any kind, inhaled or otherwise. I stumbled upon this when doing research on cancer treatment, believe it or not. I found these mushrooms were supposed to help with breathing, lung function, inflammation, endurance, stamina, etc. I decided to try them for my breathing problems, and to my complete amazement, just 2 days into taking them and 1 full week later, still in disbelief, I no longer need Symbicort at all. No steroids at all. I'm no longer short of breath or experiencing trouble breathing. Period. Sharon. I read an article about medicinal mushrooms and all the health benefits that they provide. I have to say, aside from all the benefits, this stuff prevented my hair from falling off. I'm 47 with a full head of hair, and the little that would fall off just stopped after taking medicinal mushrooms. Not saying it'll do the same for everyone, but that's what it did for me. Maria. Isn't that amazing? It's crazy to think that 10 years ago, even most doctors had no idea what beta-glucans were or how powerful it was. mycoultra and the results speak for themselves. We receive letters like this every single day from people who have had their lives transformed by this simple but powerful treatment. What makes mycoultra so powerful? There are 5 reasons why mycoultra has become the most powerful source of beta-glucans today. Number 1. We carefully chose sources that are measured for the highest potency. This keeps money in your pocket by allowing you to get a lot of benefit from a few capsules. With weaker products, you end up spending many times more simply because you have to use so many more capsules and you are forced to keep ordering more. Number 2, mycoultra is gluten and lactose free. Now this is very important. Many companies use fillers in their capsules that contain gluten or lactose, which can actually upset your stomach and cause allergic reactions. Not only is mycoultra gluten-free and lactose-free, it is also free of any wheat, eggs, peanuts, tree nuts, soy, or crustacean shellfish. And it is totally vegan-friendly. We wanted mycoultra to be available to as many people as possible. Number 3. We sourced each mushroom strain only from organically grown harvests. Remember, if the mushroom supplement you are using contains pesticides and herbicides, it will defeat the purpose. Not only that, those herbicides and pesticides are known carcinogens, meaning they are known to cause cancer. Who wants to swallow cancer pills? We don't, and we don't want you to either. Every bottle of mycoultra contains beta-glucans that are from organically grown mushrooms, so you will get the purest form of beta-glucans you will find. Number 4. We use a formulation of 8 mushroom strains rather than one single mushroom to create the unique synergistic effect you will experience once you start taking them. By stacking the different strains of beta-glucans, your immune system gets fortified against the greatest variety of infections, bacteria, and illnesses. The 5th reason is something I'm sure you'll appreciate. You see, the problem with many mushrooms, especially the good ones, is that they give you nasty breath, sometimes so bad it can fill up a room. We address that challenge with mycoultra, taking special care to make it hygiene-friendly, so you can take it daily without worrying at all. mycoultra is the only mushroom supplement formula on the market to meet these strict qualifications. And that's why so many doctors and nutrition specialists recommend mycoultra to their patients. Now, I'd like to invite you to try mycoultra for yourself, completely risk-free. When we finalized this formula, our biggest fear was that because it contains such high-end mushroom strains, it could one day become too expensive to produce and offer to the public at a reasonable price. So instead of putting it in stores, we decided to go a different route. We decided to deliver directly to you, the consumer, and cut out the middleman. It's the only way we can maintain our stringent quality standards and get you the best beta-glucans formula at a price that is affordable. That is why we are very excited to be able to offer mycoultra at just $97 for a 2-month supply. That's right, each bottle we produce lasts for 2 whole months. You can take more if you want, and you can take less if you want. It is completely safe. Since you're watching this presentation, you have a chance to get it with a special offer right now. This special offer is just for the next 24 hours and for new customers only. Because we want as many people to try mycoultra as possible so they can see the benefits for themselves. We are allowing those who order through this presentation and for the next 24 hours only to try mycoultra for just $67. You save $30 a bottle over our regular price. The $67 is just a one-time charge. We never do any sort of auto billing or continuous shipping. What you see is what you get. Best of all, you'll be grandfathered in at this price on all future orders you decide to make with us, even if our regular price goes up. That means that no matter how many times you order mycoultra, regardless of how much the price increases in the near future, you will only pay this low price while others will have to pay the higher price. That's just $1.12 a day to feel your best and get your immune systems running the way it was designed, like a well-oiled germ-killing machine. That's a whole lot cheaper than buying a veggie juice every day or a cup of Starbucks to get your daily perk-me-up. Imagine flu season when you'll be able to save on the over-the-counter medications you were forced to buy for you or your kids or your spouse. You also save on your food costs as you are no longer craving sugary snacks. And let's not forget the lost income from missing work. All that will be a thing of the past. Yet for today, you will be receiving mycoultra together with some extra gifts. Just for watching this presentation, I'd like to give you, free of charge, this value-added bonus to help you banish disease and illness even faster. The first gift you'll be receiving today is Ultra Immunity, your guide to live longer, stronger, and disease-free. I feel it's important to help you truly understand how your immune system works and all the natural ways you can defend yourself from infection, illness, disease, and viruses. So that is why I'm including my ebook, Ultra Immunity, completely free. With Ultra Immunity, I will show you how the overuse of antibiotics has weakened our immune system and made us vulnerable to newer and deadlier diseases we are seeing today. How to use food as nature's medicine. Hippocrates once said, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food." Well, I will show you how to do that. I show you how to incorporate what is called a microdense diet to flush out toxic waste sludge in your blood that leaves your body exposed and naked to foreign invaders and even cancer. In fact, I show you research that reveals how our very own DNA changes at a molecular level and opens the door to cancer. I also explain in simple terms what angiogenesis is and how it helps reduce tumor growth, and the simple, natural, and holistic ways to create it. And that's just the beginning. Normally, this important ebook sells for $37. It is yours free when you order mycoultra today. That's right, just by ordering mycoultra, you will be able to download Ultra Immunity right away. And it is yours to keep even if you decide to return mycoultra. I am on a mission to reverse the dwindling quality of life people are suffering due to an ever-weakening immune system. By now, I'm sure you can see why the mycoultra alone is valued at $67. Even without the bonus, it is an incredible value. However, just for watching this presentation today, I have another bonus I'll tell you about in a minute. Just keep watching, as it won't last much longer. Now, when you choose the option below that suits you best, you will be taken to our secure server, which is encrypted with the latest 228-bit security for your total protection. Simply select the mycoultra package that is right for you. Then you'll be taken to a page that looks like this. Just fill in your shipping and payment information, and we'll rush mycoultra to your door. We pride ourselves on customer satisfaction. That's why mycoultra comes with a 30-day, no questions asked, full money-back guarantee. If after taking mycoultra you don't see dramatic improvements to your health and overall wellness, simply send back the unused portion for a fast and full refund. We feel you should give it at least 1 month to allow mycoultra to work its magic, as some have more repair that is needed than others. Feel free to use the entire bottle if you want. If you're not satisfied, you can even send us back the empty bottle and we'll still give you a full, no questions asked refund. We are that confident you will experience life-changing results. So click on the link below now to try mycoultra at the special introductory price, totally risk-free. You'll join hundreds of success stories like these. I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in April 2010. I started taking this in December. I am still here and my cancer is stable. I have a certain cancer mutation, which means I have less drug options and a theoretical 6-month shorter lifespan than those with the mutation. Sadly for my cancer buddies, I am doing much better and have outlived most. I only take this and an organic vitamin and probiotic. I have tried other supplements, but they cause various side effects. I think it is a lifesaver and I would never give it up. Donna. I went from getting seriously sick 5 to 6 times a year to getting only very mild colds a couple of times a year. The difference is life-changing. Even when I do get sick now, it's not debilitating. I only get a sore throat and a bit run down. No endless congestion and suffering. Jay. I work in special education, and though I love the kids, they haven't quite mastered covering their mouth when coughing and sneezing, nor do they like to wash their hands. I usually get sick several times a year, even after getting a flu shot. I heard about this product to boost immunity, so I tried it. During the 3 months I used it, my allergies rarely bothered me. I only used my inhaler once, and I never got sick. Over the summer, I ran out and figured I'd wait till fall to get more. I ended up getting a cough 3 weeks after school started. I ordered more right away, and the left congestion did not linger. I have never really been excited about supplements until now. Lee. Okay, I've got one more surprise for you. It's only valid if you act today before leaving this page. I'm going to include this super bonus worth $27 absolutely free. It is called Ultra Immunity Foods. You'll discover the 25 foods that strengthen the body's 6 immunity centers and help heal and reverse the most common ailments. Focusing on the top 25 foods provides a simple plan that you can easily incorporate into your lifestyle. For each food on the list, I show you each variety you can find just in case you live in another part of the world where it goes by a different name or is a different strain. I explain why each leads to super immunity as well as all the other health-producing benefits each food possesses. But most importantly, I show you how to buy, store, and prepare these power foods. Together with mycoultra and Ultra Immunity, you can say goodbye to illness and fear for the rest of your life. And that brings your total value to over $130. Yet just by taking action today, mycoultra with all the bonuses is yours for only $67. Oh, and before I go, I feel it's important I tell you about one more thing. It's important we talk about the costs of not supporting your immune system. You see, being exposed and vulnerable to germs, bacteria, viruses, and cancer-causing chemicals is not a problem that fixes itself. If you or someone you care about is currently suffering from an ailment, illness, or routinely gets sick during certain seasons, then chances are you are one of the 80% of Americans who doesn't have the support their immune system really needs. Unless you are willing to make an immediate drastic change to your lifestyle and diet, this will only get worse as your body gets older and loses its ability to defend itself. Think of it this way. Imagine if all of a sudden you decided to jog 20 miles a day but starve yourself at the same time. Your muscles would slowly start to waste away. That is what goes on with your immune system when it's overtaxed but not supported. Your immune system is the center of your entire physical well-being. It is something you cannot live without and cannot be replaced. Every day, we and the people we take care of are surrounded by harmful bacteria, viruses, germs, toxins, and cancer-causing chemicals. The only time we get sick, catch a cold or the flu, or tragically when someone develops a life-threatening illness like cancer, it is when the immune system gets weak long enough for a foreign invader to take hold inside our bodies. Unsupported, a weakened immune system could begin to affect your health in ways I would never wish upon anyone. The scariest part is that with outbreaks sprouting up every year like the swine flu, avian flu, E. coli, and Ebola, and with people dying unnecessarily from them, when something so simple can be done every day to prevent it, it's vital you get this handled now before it's too late. Fortunately, there's an easy way to fight back against the effects of stress, diet, and a hectic lifestyle on our immune system. Simply take mycoultra daily. Within just a few days, you'll feel exciting changes in your life. You'll find yourself sleep better and wake up more refreshed, but with new exciting energy, where you feel ready to take on the world. You are no longer foggy and no longer find yourself getting sick when you normally would, even if it seems everyone around you is falling under the weather. Don't be surprised if you end up losing some aches and pains you weren't expecting. It's common for people to lose aches, pains, soreness they've gotten so used to that they only notice it when it's gone. Excess and stubborn weight may also begin to fall off your body as your metabolism speeds up and gets younger from the inside. It's also common for your sex drive to go up as your body feels younger, sexier, and more vibrant. I can't tell you exactly when it will happen. It may be in a few days or it could take a few weeks, but it certainly will happen. It's something I call the magic moment. The magic moment is when you wake up one day and realize that something is different. Your senses feel more powerful, you are more alert, centered, and on point. The air feels crisp and your mind feels alive. Like a switch inside your body was off for a long time and has suddenly switched on. Then you realize that's the way we humans were supposed to feel all along. It's a feeling you can't really put a price on. Our health is our most precious asset. Without it, we can't truly enjoy anything else. Isn't it time you give yourself the gift of a strong, vigorous immune system that lets you be free of disease and illness, feeling your best and live the long, healthy, joyful life you deserve? Click the option that suits you below and click on the link now and give mycoultra a try. With this risk-free offer, you have nothing to lose. Again, once you click the option that suits you best, you will be taken to the next page that looks like this. All you need to do is enter your information and finalize your order there. Then, in a few days, you will receive a package in the mail. Then you can begin living a new life. Again, this has been Laura Lindsay, Chief Nutritionist of Holistic Labs. Thank you for your time. I really hope you'll take action now and join us. If you're still here, you probably have some questions. The most common ones my clients ask me are, what are the ingredients of mycoultra? You mentioned 8 medicinal mushrooms. What are they? Out of thousands of known mushroom species on our planet, there are only about a dozen that are highly concentrated in the specific beta-glucans that turn your immune system into an impenetrable fortress. In fact, the amount of beta-glucans from these mushrooms are greater than all the beta-glucans found in all other mushrooms combined. I'll list them in no particular order. One of the mushrooms we use is maitake. Maitake has been proven to help control diabetes, lose weight, lower cholesterol, is proven to fight the HIV virus, help control high blood pressure, fights prostate and bladder cancer, and protects the liver. Next is reishi. Reishi has been used as a pain reliever to reduce allergic reactions, as an expectorant to treat coughs, prevent bronchitis, as an anti-inflammatory, as an antibacterial against staphylococci, streptococci, and streptococcus pneumoniae, as a powerful antioxidant to treat and reduce tumors activity, as an antiviral including successfully fighting HIV, lowers bad cholesterol, and lowers blood pressure. Cordyceps is another mushroom we use. This mushroom attained some fame, if not notoriety, from the 1993 World Championships in athletics, where 3 world records were broken by female athletes from China's Olympics team. Everyone thought they had been taking steroids, but as it turns out, they were not. However, they were taking cordyceps extract. As a health supplement, it is known to increase energy and vitality. Cordyceps is one of the safest medicinal foods. It is used to treat liver diseases, cancer, angina pectoris, cardiac arrhythmias, bronchial problems, anemia, tuberculosis, jaundice, emphysema, infertility, and sexual dysfunction. Trametes versicolor, also called turkey tail, is another mushroom extract we included. Trametes versicolor has the distinction of being the mushroom from which one of the world's leading anti-cancer drugs, Crestin, is derived. Although Crestin has not been approved for use by the United States Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, it was the best-selling anti-cancer drug in Japan for much of the 1980s. Crestin was the first mushroom-derived anti-cancer drug to be approved by the Japanese government's Health and Welfare Ministry, the equivalent of the FDA. All healthcare plans in Japan cover members' purchases of Crestin. In a 10-year study of 185 lung cancer patients who were undergoing radiotherapy, Japanese doctors administered Crestin to roughly half the patients. The others got a placebo. The idea was to see whether Crestin could boost the cancer patients' white blood cell activity and thereby strengthen their immune systems. After 10 years, 39% of patients who had stage 1 or 2 lung cancer and took Crestin survived, while only 16% survived in the non-Crestin group. Of stage 3 cancer patients, 22% survived in the Crestin group, but only 5% of the patients who did not take Crestin survived. But not only that, Trametes versicolor is used to treat lung infections, excess phlegm, and hepatitis. Agaricus blazei is the other mushroom we used. Many scientists believe that the beta-glucans in this mushroom are more potent than that of other mushrooms I've already mentioned. Clinical interest with Agaricus blazei began when a study showing anti-tumor activity by the mushroom was presented at a convention at the Japanese Cancer Association in 1980. In the study, Agaricus blazei was reported to have higher levels of beta-glucans than maitake, reishi mushrooms, and the other mushrooms listed here. Another unique aspect of the beta-glucans in Agaricus blazei is its unique ability to cut off the blood supply to tumors and thus starve them. Hericium erinaceus, also called lion's mane, is another mushroom extract we included. This mushroom extract has been found in double-blind studies to stop the spread of and even reduce stomach, esophageal, and skin cancer. It also has been found to regenerate nerve tissue in the brain, which in turn fights against Alzheimer's. Not only that, it has been found to stop tumor growth and even shrink it. Antrodia campherota, also called stout camphor, is the other mushroom extract included in mycoultra. It helps prevent the spread of skin cancer, prevents the growth of tumors and breast cancer by reducing the effect of excess estrogen in the body. Antrodia campherota also protects the liver against toxicity and liver fibrosis, and also has shown a high amount of antiviral activity against the hepatitis B virus. Last, we included the king trumpet mushroom, or Pleurotus eringi. The king trumpet extract is a powerful antifungal, an antivirus, and one of the most powerful antioxidants. It has also been shown to significantly reduce cholesterol levels. With these 8 mushroom extracts, mycoultra is easily the most powerful and natural immune system defense supplement in the market today. What does it taste like? Is it easy to swallow? This was an issue we heard from many people who want the incredible benefits of medicinal mushrooms. And yes, because we took the time and expense to find the most potent and concentrated ingredients, we did not need to use large capsules. Even small doses can pack a tremendous punch and be easy to swallow. The capsules will be easy to swallow and still give you the fastest and most dramatic results possible. I've smelled some of the medicinal mushrooms. They smell foul. Will these capsules smell foul as well? Not at all. It's true that several medicinal mushrooms have a very strong, pungent smell that can be offensive. But because we are dealing with the extracts of the mushroom root, there is no odor at all. This, by the way, is one of the reasons we wanted to make it possible for you to take mycoultra mushrooms in capsule form. You can avoid these potentially uncomfortable and even embarrassing issues. Are there any side effects from mycoultra? There are no harmful side effects at all. Occasionally, some people feel extra sleepy or extra energetic when they start taking it. Think of it this way: whatever was blocked in your body will start to get released. If you were exhausted but your nervous system was wired, then your body has not had a chance to deeply relax for a very long time. When mycoultra starts to restore balance through your body, that pent-up exhaustion can suddenly be released. And this can feel like a sudden sleepiness. The best thing to do in this case is just to let yourself sleep and get caught up. There is nothing else to be alarmed by. If your body's energy signals from the brain were blocked because of poor brain health, they can also be pent up, and when they are released, you can feel a sudden surge of energy. Some people were not ready for this, and they ended up staying up later than they would have liked. That will normalize very soon. To be safe, you can avoid taking mycoultra at dinner time so you don't run the risk of being too awake at bedtime. But after a few days, you should be fine to take it anytime. You can also experience something called a healing crisis. Don't worry, it's not really a crisis. It is just a name for what some people experience when they rapidly heal in a natural way. Sometimes during a healing, you can feel drowsy and tired. Sometimes you can experience symptoms of an old illness. That is just a sign that that illness is finally leaving your body. Are the ingredients safe? They sound like scary chemicals. Yes, they are absolutely safe. Every single ingredient is something we get in our food every day. We just don't get enough of it. As we age and as we continue to eat a poor diet, not get enough rest, or not get enough exercise, the levels of these chemicals in our body start to drop. All we are doing with mycoultra is replenishing them with extremely high-quality supplements. Click on the link now and give mycoultra a try. With this risk-free offer, you have nothing to lose.